Hey guys, welcome to London Lit YouTube channel. Welcome if you're new and welcome if you're not. So today we're going to be talking about Erica Mena. As I told you guys the other day, Erica Mena was sacked after, shouting out racial slurs to Spice. She called her a monkey, she made monkey noises, she called her a blue monkey, and she said the word monkey more than once. Now, we're going to talk about this because, we're going to talk about the fact that, Safaree has said nothing so far. And we're going to talk about what Erica Mena's actual problem is. So, first thing I would like to say is, I feel like, Erica Mena has a big problem with black people as a whole. The reason I say this is because this is not the first time I've heard Erica Mena has, said, racist comments towards black people. But we're also going to talk about what Erica Mena's specific problem seems to be with black women. Now, I think Erica Mena's problem comes from the fact that, she couldn't keep Safaree. She couldn't keep Safaree interested in her. Safaree, he had a long relationship with Nicki Minaj. And, when he got with Erica, he seemed like he was really in love. But, the novelty of Erica, soon wore off. Now, at the time, I thought, he's bored of Erica. He's a bit of a player. He doesn't really want to, do the whole commitment thing with, the babies. And, he didn't want to have another child with her. And she still got pregnant the second time. And, he didn't seem into her, at all, after they had a child. But now I've seen Erica is out here making these, racist comments. It makes you think a lot further. Like, how was this woman treating Safaree? How is this woman treating Safaree? This woman who is, so fast to, call, a black woman a monkey. So, it makes you think, what was this woman saying to Safaree when them two was getting into arguments? And it makes a lot more sense why, he may have not been into her. It makes a lot more sense. And I'm starting to think, Safaree may be a victim of Erica, not the other way round. If she's talking like this, she gets into a little argument. Somebody says something as simple to her as, your son's not into you, and then that takes her, shouting out the most, racist comments. What has this woman said when she's had disagreements with Safaree's mother? What other things has she been saying? What has she been saying when, she's found out Safaree's been, dating, or cheating on her with other, women who look just like him? She's probably gone on to make other, racist comments. And this may be one of the things that Safaree, didn't like about her, and maybe why Safaree sort of went off her real quick. Now, at the moment, I think she's extremely insecure because she's still sleeping with Safaree. She's still giving Safaree, the coochie, and Safaree, still does not really want to be in a relationship with her. He's been having a relationship with Amada, as we all know. And, I think she's insecure about Spice. Why is she insecure about Spice? Maybe Safaree says some things that make her think, he finds her, attractive. I don't think she likes it that her man, has a history with, black women or likes black women. I mean, he's had Nicki Minaj, then she's going for Spice right now. Then it was her friend Sierra, and I'm thinking she's having a problem with the fact that, Safaree, does seem to, still have an interest in black women. And I don't think she likes that he's been seeing, a black Latina woman. And I think this is part of her attitude, since she's, had a child with Safaree, and Safaree has, left her. Well, I won't say he left her. She divorced him. But he gave her every reason to need to divorce him because he was sick of her. And now we know she possibly could have made him sick of her herself. But I think since then, she's been walking around with a big, bad attitude. It's everybody's problem. It's everybody's problem that Safaree is not a good man to her. It's every single person's problem. And, she's out here just, with an attitude and taking out, her failed relationship on every single person around her. And she doesn't know how, ridiculous and stupid and crazy she looks right now. This is crazy of her. She's now ruined her career. Who is going to want to work with her now? Who's gonna want to work with her? What TV company is gonna invest money and put her into a movie, or any sort of TV program when there's a good chance they're gonna lose a massive chunk of audience, which is black people who will not necessarily want to watch her after she's been shouting out racial slurs. They can't even risk putting her on the TV because if it's not pre-scripted, she could shout out out another racial slur at any moment. Am I shocked that, she said something racist? No, because I've been hearing about, Erica Mena and, these sort of comments for a long time. But I'm shocked that she's stupid enough to say it on camera. I'm definitely shocked she's stupid enough to say it on camera. So, guys, what do you think Safaree should be doing about this? Safaree has got a big dilemma now. The dilemma he's got is that he's got this woman who, throws out racial slurs, raising his biracial children. What should Safaree do about this? Does Safaree, need to talk to her? Does she need to go and, seek some sort of therapy as to why, she gets in an argument with a person that, of colour, and straight away she has to get, racist? Is she a woman that he can trust to raise his kids when she has got such a bad attitude towards people that look like him? I feel like Safaree's got a dilemma here, and it's probably something he knew about already. He probably knew, she says racist things, but he probably just, turned a blind eye because he probably found her attractive at the time. But, what's Safaree meant to do about this? Because, it's too late now. He has already been married to her. He's got kids with her. Obviously, now they're divorced. But, what steps should he be, taking with her? And what do you think about the fact that Safaree was sleeping with her? She was exposing, that Safaree, liked her to urinate on top of him, which, was just too much information. Like, she's just out here just throwing out all sorts of information and saying whatever she wants because she's been acting, crazy ever since Safaree and her broke up. But, she said how Safaree likes, her to urinate on him. So, she's out here embarrassing him as well. Then Erica, went to the hookah lounge, more drama for Erica, she started getting into, a brawl, and she bit a security guard, and, she then started pretending she was pregnant to police officers so she could get herself out of trouble. So, as I said, it's one thing after the other with this lady at the moment, ever since, Safaree and her broke up, she's just not been acting, in any way or shape or form decent. So, as I said, she was lying again. So, that's more trouble for Erica. And, she is in trouble and she is going to get charges. It's looking like the charges are going to be battery charges. So, that's another thing. She bit him on the forearm. She also, kicked another security guard in the face. This just isn't really acceptable the way she's been, carrying on. She's literally just, ruining, her whole life right now. And, and it's all because, she ain't with Safaree, it seems. It seems like, she can't really cope without him. If it's not, severe weight loss, it's fighting, it's throwing out racial slurs. It's just, doing the most. And, Spice, to some degree, was spot on when she said, you're not the only person to ever, being, a single parent, because Erica's out here like, she's the only woman that's had to, go through this. And I think, she possibly, thought that she could never be in this situation because maybe she thought, her value was, so much higher than, other single women. Maybe she thought, the fact that she was a Latina and, Safaree was a black man, and maybe she thought he was going to be, worshipping her based on, her, her race. But, it's clearly, not the case. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. What should Safaree do, about Erica Mena, because he does have kids with her now. And, is he going to have to, have words with her to ensure that, she's watching what she's saying, around his children. And, does she owe, Spice a public apology? Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in another one.